And if you could just do the same with the other pocket for me, please, sir.
No problem.
Lovely, if you just put that back in your pocket for us, please, buddy. Hello there, sir.
Hi.
Hello, I've just had a report from two members of the public. Just get that out of my face for a moment. I don't mind you recording me, I just don't want it in my face.
I'll hold it back a little bit.
No, I've had two reports from two members of the public saying that you've been here. They think your actions have been quite suspicious, videoing the security centre over on the right-hand side there. Could you tell me what your business is here today?
I'm just testing my camera.
You're testing your camera? Okay. Do you know what building that is?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah.
What building is it?
MI5, I think.
MI5, yeah, okay. So the reason obviously we're speaking to you today is obviously at the moment the counter-terrorism level is quite high. Do you realise that? Did you realise that was a question?
There hasn't been an attack for a few years now, no?
No, but the threat level is still considered to be quite high. It's generally quite in the news, but if you're not, I've just educated you the fact that it is.
Yeah, cool,
okay,
man.
You understand that.
Cool.
And obviously some of the tactics that these people employ, unfortunately, is sort of reconnaissance. So they look at some sort of the more interesting buildings within London, some of the more security sort of buildings within London, and they would look to do some form of reconnaissance, pretty much what you're probably doing, taking some form of video footage.
I'm not doing reconnaissance.
Okay, but you can understand that your actions at the moment do look like that. Do you understand that?
I understand that you think that, yeah, but it's not the fact. It's not the truth. That I haven't got any sinister intention.
Okay, cool. What's your name, please, buddy, so I can just confirm who you are?
I'm not prepared to give my name.
Well, if you can allow me to confirm who you are, then I can establish your identity, and in which case, after that, then I can confirm the fact that you may or may not be obviously doing what you're doing reasonably. Because if you don't confirm who you are, then that's going to put some doubt around your identity, in which case that's going to start to make me a bit more suspicious about your actions, about what you're doing here today. However, if you're willing to give me your name and I can identify who you are, then we can take a step forward about what you're doing is reasonable or not. So, one, can you give me your personal details, and two, do you have any photographic ID, please?
I don't have any photographic ID, and I can't give you my details.
Why is that, sir? Could you perhaps give me a reasonable explanation as to why you don't want to give me your details?
I refuse to answer based on the 1st, 4th, 5th and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution.
And what are those, sir?
You can look it up on Google.
Well, no, I'm asking you.
1st, 4th, 5th and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution.
Okay, well, I'll give you another chance if that's possible.
I'm not going to provide my name. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Well, I'm trying to be reasonable here.
I know you are.
Right here is where this goes from a casual encounter to something more serious. Two members of the public reported you is a classic opener. But notice what's missing. There's no allegation of a crime, just suspicion. In UK law, suspicion alone doesn't automatically create a duty to identify yourself. Question for you. Should public discomfort be enough to trigger police scrutiny?
I'm in a public place.
I'm going to explain it just one more time for you, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, obviously, your actions have been reported to me by two members of the public. It's deemed to be suspicious. I've told you around, obviously, the threat level in terms of terrorists at the moment is quite high.
I'm not a terrorist.
Well, I'm telling you that that's the threat level. I'm not saying whether you're a terrorist or not. I'm also telling you, obviously, your actions around one of the main security buildings in London is also deemed to be suspicious, and an easy way for me to establish whether or not what you're telling me is the truth would be to establish your identification. So at the moment, you're making me a lot more suspicious and starting to sort of ground up a few more grounds of whether or not I think what you're doing is reasonable or not. So if you could help me out here, if you can give me your details,
I don't think it's going to help you out very much.
Then I can progress it a little bit more.
I don't think it's going to help you out very much.
It is going to help me, as I've just explained. So
I don't think it will.
I'll ask you again. Could you just give me your name or some way to confirm who you are?
I think it'll just make you more suspicious.
Why is that?
Because Metropolitan Police are good at racial profiling.
No, I'm just asking you your details. The most reasonable people, having the explanation that I've given you, would be willing to give me their details.
Actually, that's not true. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm in a public place. I've got no sinister intentions. I understand what you're saying. This looks suspicious. I'm not prepared to give my name.
You're not prepared to give me your name?
No, and I won't change your mind either. So you can do what you want.
Why is that?
Well, I told you why. Because I'm in a public place and I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm doing nothing wrong.
But do you not think it's quite reasonable just to ask someone?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you haven't been perfectly. What's the word? I'm not saying that it's not reasonable. I'm just saying I know my rights and I don't have to provide my name.
Okay, mate. What's going to happen at this point? Always I'm after you to put the camera down because you're going to be searched, okay, for this moment. So I ask you to put the camera down. You can carry on recording. I don't mind that.
Okay.
You just take the bags. Could you take the bag off your shoulder? Okay.
Oh, I haven't got nothing on me.
That's right. I'm
not being violent.
I know you're not. And your actions at the moment, you're being quite compliant. But what I'm not happy with is obviously your actions here today in terms of filming the building. The fact you won't give me your name, and I've had 2 reports from 2 members of the public who equally think that your behaviour is being suspicious, so you're going to be stopped and searched under the Terrorism Act, okay?
Fine.
Do you understand that?
I understand fully.
Just unzip your jacket for me.
Yeah, no problem.
This exchange is crucial. The auditor calmly separates perception from reality. You think that, but it's not the truth. That distinction matters legally. Feeling suspicious is not the same as having reasonable grounds. Watch how the officer keeps repeating threat level instead of pointing to an actual offence.
Thank you very much. Just look that way. I want you to look that way. That's fine. Speak any other languages, mate?
No, I don't.
No. You read any other languages?
No.
You can't read that?
No.
Is this your bag?
Yeah, my bag. Yeah. Everything in there's mine too.
Put your hand up for us.
No worries.
Ranger or whatever it is. Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep your hand up for us.
What is this, mate?
Sorry, what is what?
What is
You have to show it to me.
Okay. Well, you've got it on you, so
Sorry,
I'm assuming you must know what it is.
Well, I'm going to read it and tell you what it is.
Have you not read it already, then?
Sorry?
Have you not read it already?
It's scrap paper. I need to read it to tell you what it is.
Right, it talks about identification, suspicious luggage and cargo, stuff like that.
Can I read it?
It's a training
Alright.
centre.
It's scrap paper from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I ask you just to reach into your pockets? I'm pretty happy that it's changed, but I just want to make sure. So, like, is you just reach?
What do you want me to do?
Just reach into your pocket, take all the change out of your pocket, and just hold it out.
No problem.
I'm pretty sure it is change and coins.
It is change.
I just want to be absolutely sure it is. Lovely. There, just cigarette butts on it. If you put that in your back pocket,
Roll ups.
and if you could just do the same with the other pocket for me, please,
Yeah,
sir.
no problem.
Lovely. If you just put that back in your pocket for us, please, buddy.
Pause here. The officer implies that refusing to give a name increases suspicion. That's a dangerous idea. In the UK, silence is not evidence of guilt. The law doesn't say comply or look guilty, but that's exactly how it's being framed. Do you think most people would know this under pressure?
You've got my wallet, yeah?
Yeah, all your personal belongings
okay.
are over here just for a
No
time
worries.
being.
Mate, you've got this on. That's in your property with that name and address. Is that you? And if it's not, why have you got it?
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
That's you. Fantastic. Have you got a date of birth, please? You have, right? And what is your name and address, please? So I can confirm that's you.
It
as
is me.
opposed to. So
It
what's
is
the
me.
name and address on
I'm
it?
telling you, that's me. I know the address on it. I'm not giving you my details. I've confirmed that's my name and address. I've gone
So what
further
is
than
the
I
name
wanted
and
to.
address on here?
I know the name and address on there, man. I'm not confirming it. If
Then
you,
I don't know that's you. If you can't.
well, it is me. Well, you can arrest me then, can't you? And we'll sort it out back at the station. It is me. You'll find out it's me. I told you I didn't.
I want to resolve this without being arrested.
What?
We're not being difficult here, sir. Just
No. I've told you it's me. I'm not an idiot. I can confirm it.
On there? It makes no difference. If you're happy that this is you, and I've got the name and address on here, then what is the issue of you telling me what that is? Because it should be the same, shouldn't it? So,
Well, it is.
the only reason that you might not tell
Oh,
me
well,
that
it's
makes
just not
suspicious
me.
that it's not you.
Well, it is me. Unfortunately, it is me.
So what is the name and address on here?
My name and address.
Which is what?
I'm not telling you.
Why are you being so difficult?
I'm not being difficult. I don't know.
You're being extreme.
I'm exercising my rights.
Okay.
You've got ID. It's in my bag. You can run a name check. You've got what you wanted.
That's not ID, is
That's
it?
not
A
ID.
name?
No, it's not ID.
It's
What
a
I mean
letter.
is, you now know who I am. You didn't get that
I don't know who
before.
you are.
Well, you do.
Just to clarify matters, sir. Just to clarify matters, what we've got there is property. So what we need to establish is the ownership of that property.
So you're going to arrest
A
me?
very quick way to do that would you to be able to
I'm not confirming
those
or
details are,
denying
to
anything.
confirm that it actually belongs to you.
I'm not confirming or denying anything at the roadside. If you want to confirm or deny it, we can go back to the police
Okay, well, we'll
station.
carry out some reasonable inquiries
Alright.
at the moment.
You can do that.
Why would you want to waste your own time doing that?
I've got nothing
That's
better
what
to
I
do.
don't understand.
Got nothing better to do.
Okay. Some Arabic film scripts as well. Any idea why you would have that? Bearing in mind, you've already said you don't understand what it says.
And here comes the escalation. The conversation instantly jumps to a terrorism stop under Section 43. That power requires genuine suspicion of terrorism, not frustration, not ego, not refusal to chat. This is what viewers call the compliance trap. Cooperate and you go free. Resist and the law suddenly gets heavier.
You chuck that and that through intelligence as well, please, mate.
Just to let you know, we are also recording, so feel free to stop because we've got it all as well. It's entirely up to you.
Oh yeah, but the only difference is if I make a freedom of information request, I won't get it.
I don't know what you're allowed and what you aren't.
No, you're not allowed it, so I'd rather have my own documentation if that's
fine.
okay.
Not a problem at all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So I know you've probably already told my colleague, but I wasn't listening when you said, what was your purpose of recording that building?
He didn't answer it.
Oh,
Did he?
So what is your
Yep, I
purpose?
did.
Oh yeah, I said I was testing my
didn't hear you
camera.
answer.
Testing my camera.
Right, so why would you test it here?
Why?
As opposed to,
There is an answer to that.
well, why don't you answer it then?
Oh, I'll answer it. They've got a blocker, haven't they? They block video and photos. Don't you know that?
Why would you test it here then?
Well, because they block it. Don't you understand?
Not really, no.
Well, I've got a mobile.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, it's the truth. Sometimes the truth doesn't make sense, unfortunately.
Local as well, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously, just to clarify matters, there's two things that you're still here. The reason why you're still here is effectively what we've obviously gathered is there's a piece of property that may or may not belong to you. So
It
obviously
belongs
we're
to me. I'm
just
telling
let me
you it belongs
finish.
to me.
Just to let me finish,
Sorry,
and I can
sorry.
explain to you. So we're investigating obviously a matter of whether or not that's a case
Wow.
of handling stolen goods or not.
Yeah.
The other matter is obviously some of the scripture I've seen in there and still your actions I feel to be suspicious. So obviously going to be investigation around these sort of the terrorist sort of activities, okay, that you may or may not be involved in. That's why you're still being detained. Do you understand that, mate?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, you've still got the opportunity to assist with those inquiries, which should obviously impact less on
I'm
you.
confirming
Although-
that's me.
But that would be very. That you're not, to be fair, you're not establishing whether or not that property belongs to you. So that's
It
the
belongs
first
to
thing.
me.
And the second thing is obviously you still haven't actually provided me with your name and address.
That's
to confirm who you are.
100% who I am.
Okay, what was the name then? Because a reasonable,
I
normal,
didn't even want to. A reasonable normal person.
a reasonable,
here we go.
normal person would be able to provide me their name and
Oh,
address
awesome.
and be able to
Okay.
tell me
Well,
what's
I'll
on
do
that
it
sheet
back
of
at the
paper.
station, won't it?
Okay. But I'm just letting you know, I've given you the opportunity to avoid that, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have, good.
We're doing everything we can to avoid that, the other thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely everything.
Obviously, just the reason why I'm explaining to you is obviously, but by law, I do that, don't I?
Do by law you do what? It enforce the law, yeah.
What's that, mate? Yeah, either which, don't matter. Only because we've got that appointment, mate. I'm stuck about it.
That's absolutely do get bites, so they know about it already anyway, so I think that's a cool bit.
The other thing is, it's worthwhile checking the cameras, how long he's been here, what his movements have been. If we can check the cameras to see what his movements have been, how long he's been here, where he's been, stuff like that. Start.
Been arrested before or anything like that?
You've just run my name, haven't you?
I haven't.
Oh, haven't you? Okay, yeah, I have you.
But the way that works,
Yeah.
okay, is we can do a check and then we ask you questions to confirm that they are identical.
Yeah,
So if you can confirm that and it matches up, then that's a very quick way to identify you. But if you're not willing to cooperate with that, if you're not willing to tell me a little bit about yourself, then I can't confirm that the person we've got on the computer is you. So again, you've got that now third opportunity, another way that you could confirm who you are, your identity, in which case would avoid a lot more impact on you.
You're itching to arrest me, you might as well just get on with it.
I'm not, to be honest.
You might as well just get on with it. I'm not confirming anything. I'm not confirming or denying anything. How's it go?
We're not being
It doesn't normally go like that.
I'm not saying you are. It does. I'm not confirming or denying anything. That's what they say, innit?
We're not being inconvenient or all. We're just trying to get to the bottom of why you're here.
Look at the search itself. Scrap paper. Loose change. A wallet already found. Ask yourself, is this counter-terrorism or a fishing expedition? When officers start inspecting shopping lists, it's fair to question whether the search is about safety or saving face.
That's all we're doing, which is perfectly reasonable and logical. So when were you last arrested and what for?
Years ago, and not for terrorism.
So what was it for?
I can't remember, mate. It was that long ago.
Do you remember when?
Nothing serious.
I remember when? No, years ago.
Years ago. Maybe 8, 9, who knows? A while, man. I don't get in trouble anymore.
Okay. You on any medication? You got any mental health issues or anything like that?
You've run my name, man. You already know. It's a rhetorical question.
No, it's not rhetorical.
As I said
Come
before,
on, you're not itching to find out my details.
As I said before, I don't know what's on that computer. I certainly don't know.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to find out?
I still don't know if that person on that
It's
computer is
me.
you.
Of course not.
No.
Well,
I don't.
trust me, it's me. Unfortunately.
And,
It's me.
And the way it works is I can't disclose what's on that computer, can I?
No, of course
Unless
not.
I know it's you.
Yeah, well, it's me.
Because then that would infringe the person's rights that's on that computer, wouldn't
Well, you can't infringe my
So-
rights.
it? No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the person on the
Yeah,
computer.
it's me.
And a lot
My
of this would
fingerprints,
help if
my
you gave-
DNA.
We can't take that here. So
Sorry?
it would help if you gave us your date of birth. Might be a bit of a step forward. And then that's that cleared up, isn't it? If that's you, then that's you. That's fine. I don't know what I really don't know what the issue is here. You're making something very, very minor and something very major for absolutely no reason.
You would have arrested me if you didn't get my name. You're going to arrest me now you've got my name. I can't win.
Well, why would we arrest you if we have got your name, providing you're
You've got
wanted?
my name.
Okay,
I'm not wanted.
I'll explain it one more time. The two reasons that you're still here, the two reasons why we've completed the search and that you're still being detained here, there's two matters that we're investigating.
Yeah. One, if I'm a terrorist.
The first is it's potentially the handling stolen goods. So there's a crime of either theft or handling stolen goods. Okay. You could confirm that whether that property is yours or not simply by providing your details, which is a very simple and reasonable thing to do. And the other matter is obviously we're still looking into the potential, the terrorism activities, because of the sort of scripture you've got, the actions you've
What
displayed.
scripture? It's not scripture.
Well, I don't know that.
Scripture's from the Quran, mate. It's not scripture.
But I don't know that.
Well, it's not the Quran.
Until I've established that, until I've carried out those
Okay.
inquiries, they're the two reasons why you're being detained.
I'll know the name of a good translator if you want one.
If for instance, well then, Hey, go on, mate. If, for instance, we can sort those two inquiries out, then you don't get arrested. If we can establish it's not stolen goods, you go on your way. If we can establish what's on there is all innocent, then you still go on your way, don't you?
For the record.
But that is all down to you providing your details and being cooperative.
Okay.
All the while you're not being cooperative makes it more suspicious and it'll take longer.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, okay?
I'm not handling stolen goods and I'm not a terrorist.
But you need to be able to help us with those
Well,
inquiries.
I can't prove the second one, can I?
You can quite happily do now.
Well, the only thing I can prove is I'm not handling stolen goods. Who cares about that if you've pulled someone up with terrorism? Who cares about the handling stolen goods?
I could start looking into who you are, confirm who you are, in which case it could help actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can
Good.
confirm I'm not handling stolen goods, but I might be a terrorist. Yeah, right.
I mean, on the details that you've given, okay, and the checks that are done, there are some marks that have come up that may be on you that might confirm that. If you don't want to give your date of birth,
Confirm what?
there's some marked scars on you that. If you show me your right arm, that'd be great. I'll take your jacket off if you wouldn't mind. Okay,
You want me to-
no, you don't need to do that. That might confirm it's you. I need to see your whole arm.
Just swap around that way.
And also the back of your head.
Back of my head.
Yeah. Back of your head. Oh, right arm, yeah. Right. How long have you been here today?
Maybe 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes.
I mean, we've been very, very reasonable with you. We've only asked you.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing
I
that.
don't understand why you wouldn't give the details you've been asked. Is there some reason for it at all?
There's no criminal reason for it. I can promise you that.
What was your name? I'm not just so I can talk to you. I know it's on the paper. I'm just being polite. It's nice to talk to someone by their name.
What's your name?
Me, G.
Okay, I'm Rani.
Ryan.
Yeah.
It's not an offensive question,
Oh, no, it's not.
but are you right?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah?
I'm just being caring. I'm being quite genuine here, mate.
It's fine. Thank you.
Are you right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Because you're not making me concerned about in terms of your safety in the public domain, but I'm a little bit concerned because this is generally what I would consider normal behaviour.
Yeah, I understand.
Is everything all right in your life?
Yeah.
I know my colleague asked you, but are you on any meds at the moment? You under any care or anything like that? So I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm genuinely being quite concerned about you, mate. That's all. You're not to the point where I think you should be in a public place, but there is a bit of concern that I just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
What
I
you're
feel okay.
displaying isn't normal behaviour in my mind. I've been doing policing probably for the last excess of 20 years, so I'm fairly experienced. How
you sound
most
like a nice
people
guy.
sort of behave and react.
Yeah.
And this just doesn't seem quite normal.
No, it wouldn't.
On a nice Friday afternoon, the sun's shining. I think there's better things to do, but that's your choice. I get that, but it just seems a little bit strange.
Yeah. I understand.
You alright?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fine. Thanks for asking.
It's alright?
Means a lot.
You share it. Just the camera result, mate. That's all I'm waiting for.
I got cameras everywhere around here.
Yeah.
just gonna go home. Yeah.
Waiting one more phone call for 15.
Yeah, cool.
Are you given anything else?
No, I said
Got one more inquiry's come back.
What was that? 15 inquiries.
Just waiting for one phone call back, so
okay.
it shouldn't be much longer, mate. As long as that does come back, as there's nothing untoward, then effectively it'll be a case of some words of advice for you. We've already obviously discussed about cooperating. It just saves time for you. That's a matter for you. In future cases, it's a decision for you. It doesn't affect me at all. It just means you might be kept at the roadside next to two handsome police officers for a little bit less time next time. In all seriousness, no. The thing I do want to point out to you to be quite clear around the law and stuff like that. Okay, so today the complaint we received was around the fact that your behaviour was suspicious. So the words that we used, we described were suspicious, which is why we had two members of the public approach us, which is why you were initially stopped today. Do you understand that bit?
We understand.
Okay, so the second bit is where you're filming, obviously the entrance, as like my colleague pointed out, a number of members of the public come in. Should complaints come in, and they haven't as yet, I'll be quite clear in that, no one's made a complaint as yet, but should a complaint come in around the fact that they feel either intimidated by that, or they find that your behaviour is either threatening, alarming, or is going to upset them in some way, then there could be some other offences that could be considered. So you could be liable to offences under the Public Order Act, or effectively breaching the Queen's Peace, both of which are arrestable, and you could end up at a police station. So just something to consider. At the moment today, that is not what's been said. Today's just that you were suspicious. But if someone felt that, like later on, if you're still videoing them and they find that your behaviour in doing that is quite threatening, alarming, or causing them distress, then you certainly could be considered to be arrested under the Public Order Act, or say preventing the breach of the peace. Okay. That's not happening now. Okay.
All right.
But it's just advice.
Okay.
All right?
wait for one more phone call back, mate.
Alright.
I know I asked this before, but I don't think you answered. Have you been stopped in circumstances like this before? It's not a trick question, it's not rhetorical like you said earlier. It's a yes or no, be fine. Because under the Terrorism Act,
I've never been stopped under the Terrorism Act.
Footage under the Terrorism Act.
I'll never. You need to film this. You need to review
the footage on there, mate. Yeah, because we need to be happy about what you're filming. Okay, and unfortunately we will be viewing it, so it's best if we do have your cooperation.
You will have my cooperation.
No, in which case, can we put it back to the beginning?
You can show us the film on it. Just show us.
Okay, no problem.
If you can put that back to the beginning when you was here, so we can have a look at it, please.
Notice the pattern now. Terrorism becomes stolen goods. Stolen goods becomes welfare checks. Welfare becomes public order. When one justification fails, another appears. This is textbook mission drift. Stick around, because the next threat of arrest is about identity the officer already has.